Russ, now that you're about 30 games in terms of what you expected playing with Nikola Jokic to be like, what's the reality of that for you?
Game is easy, man. He knows how to make the game easy for everyone around him, and historically for myself, I've done the same for my teammates. So I just want to be able to, when you have a talent that you got to be able to embrace it, not lean on it so much, but I'm grateful to be on the floor with him, as I mentioned, every night, and I try not to, but take advantage of him being on the floor as much as possible and make the game easy for him.
After competing against him for as long as you have, do you appreciate anything differently about his game now being his teammate?
Attention to detail, understanding the game. He's always, he's not loud spoken by any means, but internally he knows, and we talk a lot throughout the game. A lot of times we communicate without even saying nothing, which is great because he can see something, I can see something, and I point, and we be thinking the same thing, and it's a great dynamic.
Is that something that has taken the first couple of months, or did it feel like there was a chemistry there pretty immediately?
I think for us off the floor we created a chemistry, but I think on the floor early on I don't think we played as much together. The more minutes we've been on the floor with each other, then it naturally just kind of goes, to be honest.
The energy you play with on a nightly basis at this point in your career, what do you credit that to? Is it a diet, rest, recovery kind of thing, or is it all mentality for you?
It just appreciating and value the game of basketball. It's something I try to teach to my AU kids, my own kids, understanding that not taking the game for granted, not taking the practice a game for granted, and my mentality every night is to leave it on the floor. The next game is not promised to you by any means, and that's the mark I want to leave on the game. Miss and making shots are all a part of the game. Turnovers, missed shot, bad shots, mistakes, that's always going to happen. But my energy and my effort always has to be there, and I pride myself on doing that for now 17 years. So I'm grateful and blessed to be able to do that. And yes, I do take care of my body. Yes, I do the things to be able to prepare myself. But mentally, I start my mentality from when I wake up for game time to make sure my mind is right. To be able to give that to my teammates, I feel as a professional athlete and as a player on the team, you have a duty to be able to show up every night. And I want to be able to give, Coach Malone somebody he can always count on and know exactly what he's going to get from me. And as a player, I want to be able to do that for my teammates.
Michael talks about that energy that you bring, but also your leadership. And is that just something that's naturally, or did you come in and you saw that there was a little bit of a void?
Naturally, it's always who I've been since being in this game, and I come in and I try to do it. I don't do it loudly. Like I said, I like to talk and understand and learn a lot about people, and then I can be able to help lead and learn and teach, and that's all I've been able to try to do since I've been here, and I'll continue doing that on my quest to win the championship.
Was there a balance that you had to strike because the core of the team had been together and had won a championship before? How did you balance that?
Just understanding guys first. You don't come in guns blazing. You understand every individual different. Every individual can be led different ways. Everybody responds differently. And I learned that last couple of years learned by myself, and getting here, talking to different people in big settings, one-on-one. And I was able to learn that, and still learning as the season goes along.
You guys have had your ups and downs defensively as a team this season, but what have you kind of seen, what have you noticed in the stretches where it hasn't been good enough?
Just effort, man. Just competing. That's it. Like we have the tools to be able to do so when we want to lock down a quarter. We do it. To me, as simple as that. No, you can point at certain things, but I just think just when we put our effort to it, you give yourself a chance to be able to get stopped, get a rebound, get a 50-50 ball, take a charge, get steals. So.
DeAndre Jordan has really seemed to secure that backup center spot. What do you see that he brings to the team on and off the court right now?
Just his veteranship, his understanding of the game, his energy size. I think it's beneficial. A lot of pressure on the rim, which I think is beneficial a lot with him and Jamal in that second unit coming back, and I think it's been good. Not just for our guy, but for him. He's put a lot of work in to be able to be ready to play professional. It was good to see him out there.
I know you knew the style of play you were coming into here, Russ, but in terms of your game fitting with that at this point of the season, like how would you describe that?
For me,
Yeah.
I think it's just getting started, to be honest. I think finding ways to be. Yeah, I was just talking about you, unfortunately. So what? I think just figuring out and understanding for me now is now I know where I can be helpful, beneficial, more help, where we need more at, and I think now is just the start of it, in my opinion, at least for me, in understanding. And I think once AG comes back, it'll be more ways to be able to find ways to impact us winning, whether that's on defensive end, playmaking, whatever it is that's needed from me, I'll do that.
Boston's a team coming here that's going to try and get a ton of threes up, kind of like Cleveland was able to do. What can you guys learn from those Cavs games in terms of trying to mitigate?
I mean, you ain't gonna stop them from shooting them, but you just gotta be able to make them difficult shots. And that's it. Make them difficult shots, rebound the ball, and then do what we do. We're I don't know what the offense rank, but I think we're number 1 or 2, something like that. Number 1 in transition. So if we get the rebound, I like our chances.